Part 2. Hey there. Still have the little one. I think I've got a name for her though, maybe Waller or something like that. Who knows? But yeah, I'm just going to hang around with her for a bit because that's what I do. Hang around with my little captures just so that they can get nicely adjusted and nicely organised, because I don't really particularly want to leave it out here and she gets taken by a predator or something like that. That leave her quite defenseless and not gonna happen. So yeah. Alright, let's talk about a little bit of information now I've got her here. Now, tiger snakes give birth to live young. They actually don't have a prehensile tail, not like their cousins the pythons. Leopard snakes don't really have a prehensile tail. She will have enough venom in her to kill a lot more full-grown adult men, that's for sure. So you don't want to be sticking your hands anywhere near her head area, so to speak. They're not really aggressive, although their species is known for being aggressive. They are in the top 10 most venomous snakes in the entire world, so you really don't want to be stuffing around with them. I'm just going to go down because I'm getting a cramp in my knee. Getting old. Okay, age. They sometimes can, in the wild, their numbers of age decline only because they're in the wild and having to deal with the harsh elements, as in, predators, humans, destruction, habitat loss, predators such as like cats and foxes and so forth, and all of those nasty little things. So I think in the wild she would last up to maybe 12 or so years. In captivity though, you could be looking up to 20 plus. So yeah, she would be, her age, I would say she's about 3 or 4 years of old, or 3 or 4 years of age. And her favourite food, she would eat frogs. She would go after like a mouse or like anything that's sort of like a little vermin type thing, but mostly it's frogs or getting another cramp. It'll be mostly frogs and maybe just frogs really she'll eat. They do give birth to live young, like how I said. She would possibly give birth to maybe anywhere from 30 plus little baby snakes. So she would be a little one out of her little clutch. But yes, they do give birth to live young. They are venomous. They aren't really hard to picture if it's a tiger snake or not, because just look at her markings. If it's a black, only in WA and certain parts of Tasmania, you can definitely depict if it's a tiger snake or not, because their colours are just more vibrant. Their colours are more violent than their, say, south or eastern cousins. They have a bit more of a dark black top, black head, and a yellow belly with yellow stripes on the side. Their cousins, their easterly cousins, they are quite lighter, so you're looking at like light greys and light dark sort of creamy colours. So you're looking at a little bit more lighter in colour, lighter in contrast. So they would possibly be mistaken for maybe a brown snake if you were to pick one up over east. However, if you're a professional and you study reptiles, you would dead set know that that's a tiger snake, but just an easterly tiger snake. There is a difference, however, in different sort of species of tiger snakes, as this one's the western tiger snake. There is a few other tiger snakes in the top 10 most venomous snakes in the world. This just ranks in one of those spots in the list. What else can I say about it? How do you know if they shed their skin? Basically, you can tell by their eyes and by the coloration. She obviously would have shed her skin quite recently because it looks quite shiny and quite vibrant in colour. However, if she was to start shedding her skin, her eye would be clouded, her Scales will be a little bit lighter and a little bit contrast in colour, and she won't be as, well, it really depends really, like they could get quite violent and quite aggressive because they can't really see properly because their eyes are a bit clouded, or they could be quite placid because they don't know and they can't really see much. So it all really depends on the reptile. I mean, reptiles they're not like dogs or kittens or, like birds or guinea pigs or rabbits or anything like that, or cattle. They're not like anything like that. I mean, stuff like that would be way easier to demonstrate. And see how she just poked her tongue out? That's her sensing her area. So they put out their forked tongue in order to sense out their new environment. They don't use that as like a sign that they're aggressive. They use that as a sign of, they're just, testing out their new environment, getting a little bit of a feel of it. Because snakes don't have ears, they use their tongues as a mean of sensing. So they could flick their tongue out and go, all right, they could feel sort of like vibrations on the earth as well. However, vibrations don't necessarily mean that they are going to, say, be all frightened or anything like that. So yeah, she's just poking out her tongue and sussing out her new territory now that she's all comfortable and things like that. She's out of the net and everything. So yeah, you can tell by the tails though, with the sexes. You know how I keep saying she? It's always the tail area of it. Now, I'm not really going to stick my finger up someone's cloaca or something like that. I mean, that's just nasty. And I give privacy to my reptiles because they deserve privacy. But you can tell by sometimes the dimples in their tails. If they've got like kind of a more of like an inline dimple, it's kind of like a female. But if they've got like kind of like it's a bit more of like a sort of a nice flat smooth kind of bit, it's a male. And look at her go now, guys. She's basically felt comfortable enough to kind of know when it's time to go. So see, she is, I was literally, I kid you not, like 60 centimeters away from her, and look at her. She is just, I'll see if I can get closer to her. Let's see if I can find her. There's her tail. Let's see if I can find her. Or unless she's going to crawl up into a little ball. Well, if that's the case, I'm just going to leave her alone because obviously she wants her little alone time, which is totally fair enough because reptiles, they demand a lot of respect. That's kind of their shindig sort of thing. So yeah, how's that, guys? Well, I can't see her now, so she's probably curled up in a ball somewhere in this mess. So yeah, how cool's that? Awesome. Well, stay tuned for more. And yes, sorry again about the lack of updates and everything like that. We've just been super busy trying to make sure that our face of our business is well rested, 100% okay, before we continue on with any other of our work. So yes, it's not because we haven't ignored you, it's because literally it's that time of year, plus she's sick. So yeah, it's got nothing to do with anyone or anything. It's just wrong time, wrong place, bad timing sort of thing. So yes, I do apologise for any inconvenience that might occurred, but yeah, stuff happens, I guess. So just gotta make do with the best we can. So yeah, stay tuned for more, and yeah, keep us posted and everything like that with any more sort of reptile work that you've got lying around. Alright, you guys take care and have a wonderful Christmas, because I'll be working Christmas, so yay! Anyway, you guys all have a wonderful Christmas and a happy new year, and yeah, I'll be looking forward to hanging out and catching some more reptiles next year. Alright, see you guys.